This message is for the collective. Please use your discernment while watching this or any act of divination. Let's see who we're tapped into today. Is it Yeshua who I'm speaking to? I just heard higher self. Yes. Is this the higher self? Alright, so we're tapping into our higher self today. And I say our because we are all collectively connected to each other. All of our higher selves are the same entity. Let's see what our higher self has to say. In the collective, I feel a lot of restlessness, and it's because we are venturing into this unknown territory where we've never really been before. You may have broken a cycle, or something in your life is transforming right now. And the path you're walking has not been made yet for you. This is ancestral. This is an ancestral, I want to say ancestral curse that you've broken. That's not going to be for everybody. It could be an ancestral wound. For me, I don't think it's a curse. I feel like it is a wound, though, that goes back generation upon generation upon generation. And I feel that there is a sense of worry and anxiety and restlessness regarding this path. But we're being told by our higher self to just fucking breathe, you guys. Do some smoke cleanses. Oh, I've also been getting lately a heavy metal cleanse. Just on the physical note, you want to cleanse your body. Your body is your temple, you know what I mean? And with all of the unknown things happening in this society nowadays, it's better to be safe than sorry. I feel like we're being told to start setting firm boundaries, not only for other people, but for ourselves as well. Make a calendar for yourself. Schedule times to do things, times for meditation, times for writing or drawing or being creative somehow. That is a therapy in itself. Set boundaries for yourself. I've been doing a lot of emotional boundaries work. I have a 4-year-old, so I started doing this for him so that I could teach him emotional boundaries and holding boundaries with people that we meet. Like, he wants to be friends with everybody, and everybody's not always the friendliest. So teach him how to hold boundaries so that he does not try to be friends with somebody who doesn't want to be friends. You know what I mean? And in doing that, I'm learning things myself. So I feel like there's something to be said about that for all of us here in this earthly realm. Because I feel like probably since childhood, a lot of us have been conditioned to just want to be friends with everybody, or be too kind, or be too generous with our time, our energy, our money. Like, hold boundaries to protect yourself. External hypocrisy versus internal cognitive dissonance. I do feel like there is something here that is to be said about practicing what you preach. And that goes hand in hand with the setting boundaries here. Those two cards are meant to be together. So I'm just going to put them together like this. As I said, in me teaching my 4-year-old how to set boundaries, I'm having to do the work for myself as well. And I feel like that's what this is saying. So we have the 10 of Cups here. I feel like there is abundance happening right now, coming towards us as a collective. And that's why we're being told not to worry about it. We have been healing. We have been healing. And I feel like a lot of us in the collective still kind of feel like we're not fully healed. We're never going to be fully healed. Okay? That's just how human experience goes. We are never going to be fully healed. Healing is a continuous, lifelong process. We heal one thing and then we have to learn another thing. Go back and heal another thing from our past. But I feel like a lot of us in the collective have healed something that has been keeping us down, and our ancestors as well, for a very long time. Not just within our existence, but from generations before us. This is a generational blockage, generational curse, generational or ancestral wound. You know what I mean? This is something that you have healed. We have healed. And we're now going to see an abundance of things that we are not used to. People acting in a way that we are not used to, as far as being very genuine, being very real, finding the right people, finding the right situations, maybe even gaining a sense of fulfillment and happiness within your family life. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles is in the reverse here. There's somebody here that did not want you to succeed, and their energy is kind of lingering. And I feel like that's why we're being told to do a smoke cleanse, just daily, on the daily. Like I said here with the setting firm boundaries, set a time out in the daytime, maybe in the morning when you first wake up, to do a smoke cleanse. Okay, cleanse your house, cleanse your aura, cleanse your energy, your property. And you don't have to go outside and like sage all of your, the square footage of your property. You could just imagine a white light covering your entire property and designate that white light for protection. But yeah, this person, yes, oh yes, that is very familiar. This person caused a lot of anguish, they caused a lot of fighting, caused a lot of heartbreak, they stabbed you in the back, This has been happening all our whole lives. And this is finally changing. And that's why there is this unrest, because it feels like, well, it's unknown. It's an unknown territory. We have the Magician with the Page of Wands in the reverse. You've manifested this new outcome already, this new path, just by healing this wound. This could be something that happened as a child with the Page of Wands. This could be some form of root chakra blockage or sacral chakra blockage within your entire lineage. You know what I mean? Within your ancestors, that has been passed on subconsciously, energetically to you. And it's just been recycling for every generation. And I feel like this came out in our generation as a form of essay or exploitation of some sort. But I feel like you are healing it currently. I feel like there is this knowing that this is not going to be a one and done kind of thing. Since this is an ancestral healing of sorts, there is going to be little things that come up that trigger you. They're meant to solidify this healing. Wow. This person, whoever this was, and I feel like for some of us, this was a group of people trying to keep us in poverty, trying to keep us unwell. And this could be subconscious, you guys. These people could not even realize the extent of what they're actually involved in spiritually and ancestrally. This could be somebody who just does not know. They're just literally working off of their emotions. They're very unhealed. They're very reactive. I feel like these people are, I don't know. I don't feel like they realize the extent of what they're doing. That they are the oppressor from generations and generations and generations before. They are the same oppressor that started all of this. I don't think they realize that, because I don't feel like they're very spiritually inclined. There may be some here that are dabbling in dark magic and stuff like that. Maybe divination. I feel like that's for some here in the collective. But I feel like most of these people don't realize what they're doing. They don't realize who they are. They don't realize why they're doing this. They're just working off of their emotions. They're working off of their reactions, basically. And the reactions are very hostile. And they've been hostile, I feel like, since we were children. Yeah, you've put down those burdens. You put down those stabs that everybody's hitting each other with. You're saying, no, this is over. You've already put down those burdens. And that's why we're being told just to breathe and take it easy. Because we all have our own divine timing. And I feel like a lot of this is like, we feel like we're not doing things fast enough. We feel like we're supposed to be well into something right now. And what Spirit and our higher self is telling us right now is to just have compassion and patience for ourselves. And for life in general, trust in divine timing. Because like I said, we all have our own timing. We all have our own timelines that we're going to succeed in. Whatever this is that you're worried about pursuing or not doing fast enough or whatever, it's going to succeed. So we don't have to worry about it. Even if you feel like you're doing things too slow or this and that and this has to happen before you can do that, or you know what I mean? Like, just take a deep breath, calm down. And I say this to my son every day. But yeah, whatever we're doing or planning on doing is going to succeed either way. So we're really worrying and stressing ourselves for nothing. You know what I mean? But we are the Queen of Cups, this embodiment of love and creation and compassion. And we need to turn that from others back into ourselves, right? I feel like this person was a very manipulative person. Enough about this person, okay? Let's see. Let me get one more row here. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune here. Like I said, you guys, whatever this is that you're working on or planning even, you might not even have started it. And that might be why there is this feeling of stress and worry. But Spirit and higher self is saying this is what your purpose is. This is going to succeed. You cannot fail at your purpose. Okay? This is going to succeed either way. So stop worrying about it. You know what I mean? Just stop. And as far as the healing goes, I wouldn't take any new offers of love right now. Just work on yourself. I feel like this is also clarifying or confirming that this could have been some kind of commitment that we were burdened with as a child. Confirming that it could have been some kind of exploitation, basically exploitation of our trust. This relationship or this commitment.
This could have been a religious commitment as well, like being raised in a religious family and kind of being forced to go along with that religion.
As children, before we could even understand what it was that we were committing to. But yeah, this burden that you've put down is regarding either this person or this group of people. This could be your family. This could be work colleagues. This could be whoever in your life that you have had some kind of, you know, just like it's never worked between you guys. You know what I mean? But I do see I see the right people coming towards us energetically. And we just need to be patient about it. Yeah, the Judgment card is out and it landed on its side, which makes me feel like there is judgment happening right now, but it's not in the physical realm yet. Okay? It's more like in the spiritual realm, there is judgment happening. And there's always going to be this delay between the physical and the spiritual. The spiritual realm, things happen very quickly. Things happen instantaneously. And I feel like a lot of us are feeling an instantaneous shift, an instant transformation spiritually. But in the physical, it's taking a while. And that's why this card came out first. Is because even though it seems like everything is taking a long time, it's really already happened. Okay? You're really already in this abundance. You've already created the thing that you're planning on doing in the astral. You're already living in abundance, living in bliss, living in happiness and fulfillment. And this is your manifestation. This is something you manifested. These people have already been brought to justice. But in the physical, we're just like sitting here, you know, checking our watch, checking the date, you know what I mean? Trying to figure out when it's going to happen or why it's not happening yet. And I feel like that's the whole message here today. Is just calm down, breathe. Everything happens in divine timing. So confirmation, we're just going to throw some runes here. Let's see what we got. We got Berkana. I don't know why I feel like there's something happening with birch. I feel like maybe you're doing some kind of craft with birch wood or something like that. But this is new beginnings. This is a rebirth. This is creativity. This is really fertile energy. This is inspiring. This is Earth Mother. This is Mother Gaia. You know what I mean? We also have Jera. This is the harvest coming in. This is accomplishments, reward, time, karma, growth, profit, peace, earth, cycles, prosperity. Yeah, earth cycles, you guys. This is an earthly timeline that we're in, obviously. So when we're feeling things that are happening in the spiritual realm, we're not going to see these things come into fruition instantaneously here on earth. This is definitely confirmation that this notion of just chilling out, man, just chill out about everything. Things are happening. Things have already happened in the spiritual realm. And we're just in this waiting period now. But don't just wait for it. You know what I mean? Like, keep working towards it, but know that this has already happened. You have already gained this accomplishment. You have already manifested this abundance here. Okay, we have Rado. This is the wheel wagon. Yeah, this is the chariot, basically. This is you moving forward, progressing. This is the spiritual movement right now. The solar chariot. This is the spiritual path, okay? And that's why we're feeling this angst. I want to say this restlessness. We're feeling all of this stuff happening in the spiritual, but we're not seeing it happen in the physical yet. But just know that it is happening, and you are on this chariot moving forward currently. We also have Iwas. This is endings, okay? This is defense. Look, and it fell out right on this group of cards here, where you had to put your defenses up and you're finally putting down that burden. This is cycles also. This is ancestral guardians, okay? I feel like you have all of your ancestors are backing you right now because you've healed their wounds. You know, this is not just your wound that you healed. This is something that goes back generations ago. And I feel like they're pushing a lot of strength and magic your way. Okay? This is the magic of manifesting. There's also an aspect of dreams here. I feel it's very important right now to decipher your dreams in a spiritual way. That is the reading that I have for you today, and I hope this helped. Just breathe, you guys. All you gotta do is just calm it down, breathe, and, you know, set some boundaries for yourself. Like, I've been being led to buy all these calendars. Like, I have this dry erase calendar on the fridge. I have a calendar in here. I've been wondering why I've been being led to do that. And this is why. Because we need to be setting boundaries for ourselves. We need to be scheduling our shit instead of just doing things when we feel like doing them. You know what I mean? And that goes for me as well. Fucking chill out and do some cleanses, smoke cleanses. Maybe a
heavy metal detox or a parasite cleanse.
just set firm boundaries for yourself, okay? You guys got this. We're all connected. I feel like spiritually, collectively, there is this sense of knowing that everything is working out currently. Everything has already worked out. So, yeah. Bye.